7 a.m. in Nashville as we begin hour number 2 of Ramon, Kayla, and Will with our NFL veteran, Ramon Foster, Kayla Anderson, Robert Walsh, our producer. I'm Will Bowling, and we decided to add another interior offensive lineman.
Nothing wrong with that.
Into the mix. Ramon Foster is beaming as we are now pleased to be joined by Tennessee Titans center LLoyd Cushenberry here on the show. Lloyd, what's going on, man? How are you?
Not much, man. I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you being here. How have OTAs been for you so far?
It's been going well. I feel like we've been getting a lot of good work in. Coach Bill's been pushing us, and we have a hard-working group, so everything's been going well so far.
I know you said before Bill Callahan is a big reason why you are here. How is he different maybe from other offensive line coaches that you've worked with?
Very, very, very detailed, and the work we put in pre-practice, post-practice is like I've never been a part of something like this. You know, we're out there 15, 20 minutes before, 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes after. Like, and it's a nonstop, like, just getting better every single day. And he's hard on us, so it makes us all better.
And we've heard a lot about Bertha and Olga, the sleds you guys have. What was it like hitting one of those for the first time?
Yeah, it was tough. You got to be perfect on those things. I mean, everyone knows how heavy it is, but you know, once you get the right technique, it moves pretty smoothly. And but if you're not, it's not moving at all. Like if you get your hips too much involved, it'll go straight up and get stuck in the grass. And then if you don't, get them involved enough, you're not moving it at all. So you got to be almost perfect to get that thing moving.
We're joined by the Titans starting Center LLoyd Cushenberry this morning. Lloyd, man, welcome in to the show. I just have to know, man, because offensive line coaches are like elephants. And you was coached by a guy that I was coached by. Did Munch ever talk bad about me at least one time?
No, we heard a lot of funny stories about that group you guys had, and we watch y'all on tape a lot. And I learned a lot myself from watching you and Pouncey doing work in the interior. And he enjoyed you guys. He talked about y'all a lot.
Okay, for sure. Just had to make sure, man, because he's slick like that. Most offensive line coaches are. With that being said, though, what has been one of the most important things you've learned from both of those guys, man? Because I don't think many people understand, like, having good position coaches in the NFL, and we've heard a lot about Bill Callahan. I've never been coached by him, but I understand what Munch is. How has that been for you, man, to learn under those two guys?
Man, Munch was great for me coming in. As a rookie, it was tough for me. It almost felt like I couldn't do anything right, but at the end of the day, I mean, it made me much better. Every day it's a constant quest to improve, and no matter what, good or bad, like the show goes on. Like you got to get better. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. So he was tough on us all, just like Coach Callahan. And those are hard-nosed, old school type coaches, and they just make everyone better.
So you're in a spot right now where you come in as a free agent with a new head coach, with a new team, but you also have to be in a major leadership role with the two young fellas you have to your left right now, man. What is the process of getting those guys to understand how to be pros, your expectations from them, especially on the side of Peter? He started off as first rounder, and you also have a young rookie at left tackle too. What's your advice and guidance to those guys moving forward?
Well, I think first, I try to just show them, try to lead by example a little bit, get to know them more, and then as we move forward, we can hold each other accountable. And Peter going to his second year, JC coming in as a rookie. I think it's important for them to know like the work comes first, and just keeping the main thing. Whatever you got going on, outside of this building, once you step in, like it's ball. We all here for one goal. And, that's what it has to be. So coming in with the mindset to work and get better every day and reach the goal and try to get this group to a standard of, high standard that we want to set for the next few years.
When it as it pertains to the offensive line play, one thing I've somewhat said often is whenever you see the best parts of us is usually after year 3. What have you seen as far as your personal growth from that rookie year, second year to where you are right now as it pertains to your knowledge, skill set, and just, like you said, from your rookie year, Munch kind of leaned into you to where you are now?
Yeah, I came a long way. Coming in, as you know, it's everything's going so fast. and you're trying to find your way in this league, and it's not slowing down for you. And then after about the third year, I wouldn't say it slows down, but you just get a better knowledge of not only your job but what's going on around you, and that helps you play faster, which in turn makes the game seems like it's slowing down. And I think that's what happened. Going really my third year, then I got injured, so I couldn't finish that year. But then my fourth year, that's when everything kind of clicked for me, and I had a better knowledge of the entire offense and what was going on around me, which helped me play faster and more physical.
Lloyd Cushenberry, Titans new center here in Nashville, joining us on RK Dub. So, Lloyd, when it comes to the culture in this room and setting the culture, there's clearly some veteran guys like yourself, Daniel Brunskill, but there are some younger guys, including two that are playing on the left side of you with Peter Skoronski and now J.C. Latham here. How important is it for you to be a part of setting that culture, and what do you feel like you guys want your identity to be?
I think it's very important. This is a new role that I'm stepping into as well. Being more of a leader, trying to be more of a vocal guy. But I think our identity, we want to be a tough, physical group, and that's every group that Coach Callahan's coach has been that. We want to be hard-nosed. We want to be able to play every game with each other, whoever that starting five is, and we have a good division of D linemen we're going to have to face. So we got to come with our A game every single week and give our skill guys a chance to make plays. We got a ton of them. We got a lot of playmakers, and we just got to do our job up front. I think we'll be fine.
One of those guys that hopes to, also be able to boast the playmakers around him is Will Levis. How important is it building that relationship with your quarterback, and what has it been like so far?
Very important. I think Will has that personality of a quarterback that you want. He's relatable, can talk to a lot of the guys in the locker room. Always keeping a smile, but then we get on that field, he's locked in and he's in tune with everything's going on. So very important. We got to keep him clean. That's our job. That's part of the reason they wanted to bring me in, and that's what we got to do up front.
Lloyd, I'm going down the roster, right? And I've covered this team for a while now, but this year in particular, you're always going to get Louisiana guys on the roster. But this year in particular, man, you've got some guys in that room from either Louisiana or that just went to LSU. Tell me about just the culture of football and you being surrounded by that since day one, and what makes you guys just different.
Yeah, in football, that's everything down there. That's from the minute we're born, like, it's football. So that's all we know, really, and that's how it is throughout the entire state. No matter South Louisiana, North Louisiana, it's football, everything. And that's just how it is. It's kind of similar to Texas and maybe Florida, but I think Louisiana is just. A lot of people say we're just different. I love the fact that we got a handful of guys who either are from there or went to LSU. So it's great.
They better be getting some Cajun dishes in that kitchen, by the way.
Oh, yeah. They actually have. It surprised me a few times. They had some jambalaya, gumbo a few times, so it's been great.
That sounds like the work of Rand Carthon right there, if I've ever heard it.
Yeah.
I was so close to booing you when you started talking about LSU stuff, Lloyd. Like, you back in SEC country now, man. Wait, that's a little bit more serious, and you know that, Lloyd, okay? I was that close to booing that LSU talk there.
I love it.
Hey, we about to run that. We about to run the SEC now since Saban's gone. So
you and Tennessee and Georgia and everybody else thinking
Lloyd,
the same.
I was going to ask you about that because I know you were given the number 18 jersey at LSU, which is a really high honor in 2019. Was that something that was a goal for you, and how big of a deal is that for people who are unfamiliar with getting that jersey at LSU?
It's a huge deal. It's like you said, it's a great honor. It's kind of like that, the standard of what LSU football wants to be, that leader. And honestly, it wasn't really a goal because I was the first offensive lineman to be awarded the number. Obviously, I couldn't wear it, so they just gave me a patch. I didn't think it would be a goal for me until I didn't think it'd be real until they announced my name. So I didn't think I would get it. So I can't say it was a goal, but it was a great honor to wear it for that year, and it's a special number, special thing that they do at LSU.
Lloyd, everyone really talks about that big jump you made last season. I know you talked about it coming off the injury at the end of 2022. Where did you feel like you improved the most? What was one area in your game that you felt like you take the biggest step last season?
One of the main things going into the last year, I wanted to play with more extension, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I wasn't using my hands enough, and I was on the ground a lot, off balance. And then last year, I really had an emphasis on just playing with the extension, using my length to my advantage. Being at center, I have pretty long arms, so started to play with a little bit more extension. And then also, like I said earlier, just the overall knowledge of not just my job and what my guards have to do, just to get in tune with the formations, the motions, like things that can help me kind of slow things down pre-snap. So once we snap the ball, I can just go and fly around.
Man, having played beside a guy at center, like, if you could, Lord, I think some people look at certain positions like maybe the guard or center as not being important. Why is the center position, and if not the most important position, the second most important position on the offense?
Well, I think it's probably the most important because, you set the tone. Like, you touch the ball every snap. You're the guy setting the huddle. You're the voice up there. You taking command up front. You kind of running the show. So without that, it can be a sloppy operation. And I try to take pride in just having command when I get up there and being in tune and knowing exactly where we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to go. And that's the main thing at center, man. You got to be in command and run the show. And that's one thing that Munch really taught me a lot. At my first 2 years is no matter you're rookie, your second year, it doesn't matter. You get up there at the line, you run the show. You're the guy. So have confidence and take care of it.
I have one last hard-hitting one for you there, Lloyd. Okay, there's a conspiracy theory. Peter Skronsky yesterday, we were talking to him. He said one of these sleds, either Olga or Bertha, might be a little bit tainted than the other. And you guys have discussed this in practice. What's going on here? I need the conspiracy theory music.
Yeah. So one of those sleds, I think they put logos on them. The one with the Oilers logo, that's the bad one. It was the bad one. And no matter who went up there, it was just always like you couldn't move it. And apparently they fixed it this week, and we've been moving it a little better. But it was definitely one of those sleds were very messed up.
Mystery solved. Thanks, Lloyd.
See, that's the life of an offensive lineman. They tell you do work, and you tell them it's all wrong, and they still tell you it's right when it's wrong, man. I'm glad y'all got to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Lloyd Cushenberry has been our guest here on the show. Lloyd, man, best of luck with the rest of the offseason. Welcome to Nashville again, and you should have seen the smile on Ramon Foster's face when we told him another interior offensive lineman was joining the show this morning. We appreciate you, man.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Thanks,
No
Lloyd.
doubt.
Yes, sir. Lloyd Cushenberry joins us here this morning here on the show. Great stuff on what it is like to be coached by Bill Callahan specifically. That I think we can react to coming up next. 615-737-1045. You can react to whatever Lloyd told us just now. We'll give you our thoughts, and we'll play more audio of what Titans coaches said about the offensive line that was missing a couple of key players yesterday when we come back on 1045 The Zone.